Okay. I think we're live. Let me check it out. 1 second. No. There you go. So guys, first thing I want to say, actually, I changed my keyboard, so I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm gonna actually test it. Yeah, you guys can test it, I think. Test it, no, can hear. I'm sorry. I want to test if you guys can hear the keyboard, and I think you can. Yeah, I don't think it's too much of a problem since I mute my microphone most of the time, but yeah, it's something to be aware of. I now have a mechanic keyboard. I'm sorry. A mechanic keyboard, so it makes more noise, and the switch is the blue one, so it's even more noisy. But anyways, I don't think I can change the switch, to be honest. Can I? I might be able to, actually. 1 second. Because I have brown switches here with me, but I think I thought at least that this keyboard wasn't able to change, you know. I don't even know how to. Oh, I kinda can, I think. I'm gonna see on the internet after to see how I can do this, but I don't think I wanna try this right now. So you guys gonna hear the keyboard. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna play on the joystick, so it doesn't really matter either way. What else do I need to say? I need to test if I'm streaming correctly. Okay, the game sound is good. No, actually, I'm gonna try it out. 1 second. Nah. There you go. Settings, narration, volume. It's all here. What else do I need to be aware of? Is the stream running smoothly? I think it is. Okay, so let's go. One second, actually. Let me check it out if you guys.
Prosper Bluff. Fine view up there.
Okay.
The city to the west.
There you go.
And to the east. The wild unknown.
There you go. Nice. Tight.
Few places steeped in history and
go.
sweat so much as this. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure,
Trash.
but it ain't done.
There you go.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand rails all grown over with things of calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid lets a few of them slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Lunkheads ain't known for their grace. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail. Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times.
Thank goodness. It's just trash.
Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War.
Pink Reaper. There you go.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While choking on swamp weed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. But then, at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Ceylon lost many good men on the rail. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first he thinks it's Zolf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham!
Okay.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there.
How do I read it? A memento, a letter addressed to Zia. It appears to be written by Zulf, who must have found another Ura survivor to deliver the message. Maybe Zulf taught Zia enough of their native language to be able to read this. Okay. Okay.
Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
Okay.
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zolf. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection. The shards are getting harder to find. Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
I don't want this. I don't want. I hate
That
the
learning
fucking
led
every
to some
time.
interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity now, can you? Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. It's awful hot in there.
Oh my god, I'm so trash at this game.
The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The cauldron.
Holy fuck! Oh, come on. There you go.
One thing's worse than the heat in Colford Cauldron. The smell. Like rotten eggs. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity now, can you? Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. Best to keep out of the cauldron. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. It's awful hot in there.
Nah, this is too much damage. Too much damage. Bastard eyes.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. Still, we pressed on. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
Come on, this is so hard. This is so fucking hard. I don't. Hate it.
One thing's worse than the heat in Colford Cauldron. The smell. Like rotten eggs. Best to keep out of the cauldron. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Culford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity now, can you? Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. Place as inhospitable as they come. but still we pressed on. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though. It's awful hot in there. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city, but all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. Live wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing. We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan. Can't rightly call Mount Zan the mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. But they ain't yet prepared for any company. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean. There's only one kind of mercy left these days. It's a delicate situation. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have. The beasts of Mount Zan go all out. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square. He don't need to keep tangling with all those things. That's the way. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. Fix that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Garmouth, Messiah. Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Every time I do it in 32 seconds. Come on, this is bullshit. Ugh. I'm sorry. I sneezed. I'm sorry. I should have muted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I give up. I'm not gonna do this. Okay. Okay. I think that's enough. I don't know if I'm gonna play anymore. Nah, actually gonna do it. One more map. Okay.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Zealandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. The quarry ain't exactly up to safety standards no more. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. Even stink eyes started taking root in here. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news. Hard times in the quarry these days.
No, I hate this fucking mine.
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said Rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. His big fat rump's plenty tough too, but so is the kid. Those rocks won't soon forget
No, no, come on. This is bullshit. Okay, let's try again.
this. Just takes three things to build the greatest city in the world.
Oh, fuck.
It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Bastion Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. The quarry ain't exactly up to safety standards no more. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Hard times in the quarry these days. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the Rattletails at bay. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Even stink eyes started taking root in here. Now Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Burstone Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says. "It's him. I've come to warn you," he says. "The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back." Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. "If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will."
Okay. So
Say what you
Bastion,
will about
the
Zol,
Ura
but he's a
invaded
man
the
of his word.
Bastion and they destroyed it. That's it, right?
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. No way out of this, not without a fight. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl. Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their holes.
Okay.
Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help. Our baby pecker, he don't make it. Our little squirt, he don't make it. Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.
Okay. Especially
We find each other as the dust settles.
as the dust settles.
Then I tell him why the Ura came.
Why the Ura came.
To get us back
for the
for the calamity. It was Ceylandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out.
Oh, come on.
But part of that plan backfired.
Of course. I mean,
If only Zolf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her. Taken her back to her rightful home.
we tried to fucking do some genocide. Is that it? I don't know what to do.
Hearty punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times.
Okay.
The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. Think the gods are gonna help?
Fools shall.
Now all we
reflect.
need is one last shard.
Okay. Apparently there's one weapon that I didn't collect in the game. Brochures, dwelling, secret. Machete. Okay. Okay. Something sharp. Fire below, upgrade material for a certain weapon. Let's get that. Resistance. Auto retaliate when injured. 5% chance to turn zealous after defeating. While zealous again. No. Gain some health by striking foes. Oh, this is kinda good. Yeah, that's tight. Let's get that. Gun impulse and bravery. Foes shall cause harm on physical contact. Goes some health. Gain some health by counter blocking with. No. No. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Thank you. What is this? Spend the required number of fragments.
The city. Its riches nothing but fragments now.
Interesting. Okay. I don't want. I'm not gonna use any of those weapons. What else should I do? Oh right, I need to get rid of this and put the leash shade. There you go. Oh come on, this is. Oh no! I don't want to use it now. Less 66% health, tonic potency. This is too much of a. Nah, that fuck it up. That fucks it up. Come on. I don't think I want to use it. No. Oh, see, we have life wires. Okay, maybe I, replace this. Speed, reduce them from falling. Critical chance, absorb 3 fragments. Critical damage, hit chance. Critical hit chance. Max health, no. So, I'm gonna use this. Whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen. Actually, first of all, I'm gonna just take a look at the map.
Down from the east.
East.
At least now we know the way.
We know the way. Do you know the way, brother? So they came from here. Uzerdran Gate. Those agents must also find the final annoyance key to undo the harm they caused. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Kind of fucked up. My people try to do some genocide with Zeus people. Can I actually? I want to go here. Oh. There you go. Packers, rarest, Blah 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 blah. Overlook the wilds. Sure, anyways, let's settle here. Shards. Okay, the legendary Queen Ain. I wanna
Rothes
go there.
Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten.
Okay, I wanted to go here to defeat the big monster. Okay. There's a big monster that I didn't defeat the first time I was there. I just ran away. Okay. Well, I don't know what you do. Pipe.
Third time's a charm, right? Wrong.
Let's try the pipe.
Ever tell you how the kid got himself wrapped up in this mess to begin with? Kid's taking every precaution before setting off in search of you-know-who. All right, no more asking about that smoking pipe. Deal? The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history. The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too. The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years. In the history of Ceylondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. Out there, kid learned to fend for himself, learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him. Will he finally arrive at Ceylondia's vaunted safe haven? He and no one else. But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name. Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. I'd like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done. I surely would.
There you go. I think that's fine. I think I'm good. I gotta actually go here and I don't know, buy some stuff. Just spend the money. I don't know. There you go. What else should I do? Should I stay or should I go?
I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed up.
Okay. So I'm gonna be ended up this stream right now. I assume that the last stream, I mean the next stream is gonna be the last stream. But I don't know. Maybe we're not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe who knows? Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm probably gonna stream some Final Fantasy today. I'm not sure though yet. I mean, I might, but we have to see that. I don't know yet. What else? Actually, let me try something here on the stream stuff. Maybe I should play like this, right? Make it bigger, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe small is better. I don't know. I'm gonna try like letting be like this for a while. But thank you very much for watching. Until the next and probably last Bastion stream. Thank you very much and